Hey there everyone, hope you guys doing well. This is Ramni Pujari. I'm a self-taught web developer and a mentor in Newton School, and I welcome you all to my channel of Students Coding Community. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another updates from this video. So my friends, this is our day 2 of Ace JavaScript and I'm super excited to start my video. First thing which is important, it's let's talk about code editors. So there are many types of code editors out there, and if you're new, then please watch this video because from here you will get understanding of all the code editors out there. And another thing is that mostly I will use Newton School's code editor, but sometimes if I feel that I should use VS Code because there are majority of the people who use VS Code, and that is why for making them easy to understand at some concepts I am going to use VS Code as well. So do not get confused, and I'll be saying this again and again in almost all the videos, but I'm reminding this to you. So today we're going to learn about console commands, how to use them and why to use them, because as a beginner nothing makes sense, right? So why are we using console and everything? All this question arises. So for that reason, here I am to help you out and make you understand that why do we use these console commands in our JavaScript file. So first and the foremost thing that you need to do is let's go to our VS Code. And firstly, let's make one file called as script.js. Now you might ask that why are you using script? You can use anything. Of course I can use anything, but here I will be using script because that's how mostly we start with learning with JavaScript. So even I will recommend you that use script, or you can use any name, file.js or anything. But remember one thing, .js extension is very much important, right? You can give any file name, it does not matter, but .js extension is important because this way we are telling our browsers that we are going to run our script file. Okay, so that is why firstly write .js extension, and then you have to write firstly, okay, I'm not explaining it to you right now. Let's first see that how does it look like. So I will write console.log, and suppose I will put this double inverted comma, I'll write my name Janvi. Now of course we cannot see any output, so we have to go live using live server. So yes, talking about extension, you have to put these following extensions which I am going to show on the screen right now. So the first one we have is a live server, and the second and the most important is JavaScript emits. These are super helpful and handy when you are working with JavaScript on VS Code. Now next, let's go to the live server, and you will say that whatever you have written, we cannot see anything on our web page. So my friends, let me explain this to you, that whatever you will write on JavaScript will not appear on your DOM, or you can say on your web page. It will only appear when you link to your HTML file, and then there are certain ways to put it on the DOM that we're going to talk about in the future videos. But let me remind you one thing, that whatever you write on JavaScript file, it will, everything will affect and show on our console. So where is this console? Let me show you. So you have to inspect and you have to go on console, right? And here you will see that our output is being shown. Now you can use console as, you can use console for everything. If I write directly on the console, we will get the output. Not only just text, we can put numbers here as well. If I do this addition, it will work. If I do subtraction, it will give our output. So basically you can do all our calculations over here directly as well. Okay, so basically the point of saying whole thing is that whatever you will write in your JavaScript will be shown in the console. Okay, now suppose if I write here console.log, and in the inverted commas I'll write hello, and then you can see it over here. And then similarly, console log means print it over there, log it over there. And similarly, you can also use console.log warn, and in the bracket you will write in the inverted commas, this is a warning. Now you will see here on the console you will get a warning, right? So not just log, but there are many things that you can do over here. And similarly, if I write console.log clear, you will see that everything will be get cleared. Why I'm saying all of these things is because mostly you gonna see console.log a lot of times and you will use that, right? There is nothing wrong in learning the other things as well, because you should know that how many concepts are there in JavaScript, because whenever you will read somebody else's code, you should not get confused that what is this new, and you should not get afraid of that. That is why awareness and knowing all the concepts is very much important, even though you will use them in practicality very less, but conceptually you will be stronger, right? And now, so this much we had for console, and there is one more thing that we're gonna see in this video, and that is making comments. Now, why comments are important? There are two types of comments that we have. We have single line comments and we have multi-line comments. So what is the whole thing behind comments and why they are important? See, for writing clean code and for writing something which can be understood by you, even when you open your code by 1 week later, 2 months later, or 3 years later, by you or anybody else, the person should able to read your code, right? It should be that much clean. It is the rule of clean code that you should use comments, because comments is like a note. You don't want that particular line to run, but you want that to keep it as a note for future references. That suppose if I use any function, right? So for future reference, like suppose there are 1,000 lines of code and you should know that what this particular function does. And we are humans, we all make mistakes, so it is very much difficult to remember. So that is why what we do, we make a small note over there by putting one comment, and your comment can be multi-line comment as well as single line comment. So let us see how to make a single line comment. We have to put forward slanting lines, and then this makes our single line comment. And to make a multi-line comment, you have to put one single forward slanting and then one asterisk, and then you will see that with the help of these two pads you can write anything in the between, and you can use it as a multi-line comment. So I really hope that you understood this. So my friends, this much for today. I really hope that you have liked this video and you have learned a lot of new things from this video. Do not forget to share this with your friends, because they might also find this helpful. And if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and access the playlist, because in the previous videos I have covered a lot of important concepts which you might miss, and I really don't want you to miss that, because for a beginner all the basic concepts are so much important to make the foundation stronger. Plus, practice is the only key to become a better web developer. So I will recommend you all to please practice everything that you learn from my tutorial or any other tutorial on the internet, so that you become stronger with your foundations and become a better web developer. So this much for today. So bye bye, have a great day.